Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So we're gonna be talking about what is pretty much flooding the timeline here on Twitter. Now that has been a couple days here, the Libra token. Giving you guys my oversight on exactly my output and my take on what exactly has happened here with this launch. What does it mean for the overall market? Now we're gonna be taking a look at a couple positions here, seeing how Solana is being hit right now heavily. What does this mean for the trenches? What does it mean for other narratives? Did we locally top? Are there potentially future catalysts that we could, be looking forward to as far as what could potentially bring money back into the market here? So we'll be going over all that in today's video. If you guys do get value out of the content here, if you want to stay up to date with the daily uploads, if you guys could subscribe to the channel and like the video, your support means a lot. So we can take a look here at Libra. Obviously, Libra is the token that was launched by the president of Argentina. Did launch this token, and again, he was tweeting about it and then deleted about it. But I mean, this thing ran up to like almost like 5 billion, several billion in market cap. I mean, literally it took no time to get up there because we've been seeing a lot of these like celebrity tokens, like Trump token, Melania token, a little bit more into that here in a little bit, do well. I think a lot of people were actually starting to invest into this token. Now, I did not, luckily, personally get affected by the Libra token because and I mean, you guys are well aware of this on my stance on the channel. We don't really cover meme coins too much. I've always said there is a place for meme coins, place and time in this market, but it's just a narrative that I try to, personally not go too far down the rabbit hole. I do prefer more of utility projects, which I do think just right out ahead of it. I think utility season is still on the horizon, and I do think that this is a huge crushing blow for meme coins, for the trenches. We're seeing them get destroyed because literally, I mean, this is a whole scam here. I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, going from that high, that kind of a market cap crashing down to like 200 million and just staying around there. I mean, this is a disgusting looking chart. Now, if you were affected by this, I am sorry to hear that. I mean, there's people that have lost millions, six figures on the Libra token. So it is unfortunate. Now, because of this, we did see a lot of money get sucked out of the market. A lot of people lost a lot of liquidity here. So we are seeing the overall market. One is just liquidity just evaporating. We're feeling it, in price action, obviously. Sentiment. It feels like even before the Libra launch, it almost felt like sentiment couldn't have gotten worse. We are definitely worse now. I mean, so many people are calling for, obviously, the bull market's over. There's no altcoin season. Meme coins, are done. Whereas, personally, you guys know my stance. I still think, even with like an event like this, I still do generally think we do have an altcoin season in 2025. Now, when that is, nobody knows for certain, whether it's first half of the year, second half of the year. I do generally think that we are going to see one. But, we've been seeing a lot of projects get affected by the Libra token. Now, obviously, there's so many threads, tweets about this. CoffeeZilla has covered it quite a bit here. I think he interviewed them, I want to say. But again, it was all insiders. I mean, that is essentially what it comes down to. It's the same insiders as far as, what I've been seeing, especially just on this bubble map, tweet here behind the Melania launch and other meme coins as well. I mean, it is criminal. I mean, and it kind of sucks. It's funny on one hand, but it also sucks the fact that, on the timeline, everyone's calling for, it's crime season. And I think a lot of those are half joking, but I think some people are actually, kind of making a trend out of it or, joking about it. But it sucks that that's the state that we're in right now. But at the same time, if you've been playing with like these these meme coin launches, especially for different governments, I mean, we don't, besides a Trump token, we have not, we've seen other countries, other presidents or high standing political figures launch meme coins. They don't do well. So personally, I do feel bad for everyone that got affected by the Libra token. But at the same time, I don't know what everyone was expecting there personally, but that's just my stance. I'm not trying to be cruel here, but either way, if you want to look more into, again, the insider information here on, what happened here, I'll retweet this thread here from Bubble Maps. It goes into it a little bit as well, kind of doing all the proof. Everything's obviously on chain, so you guys can see everything here behind the connection between Libra, a couple other projects, and Melania as well. And again, it's all over the place. So I mean, you can literally just look up Libra. I don't want to get into that too much, just because again, that is a rabbit hole and it's a web that you can go down. But it is interesting and it is unfortunate. And again, we're seeing multiple different projects, Solana included, but in the Solana ecosystem being affected by this launch. Maybe we see Jupiter, kind of getting wrapped up in it as well. We see Meteora, a DeFi platform. A lot of people use it for liquidity or like staking or lending for all these meme coins and trading volume. They're being wrapped up in it, and it sucks because they are a solid platform. We're even seeing Kip Protocol, getting a lot of FUD here. Now, I definitely don't want to go down this rabbit hole in this video, but we are going to be talking about this here soon, potentially. Again, because they had some set, they were involved with the project in some way. Now, obviously, they're going on the defensive with a lot of damage control. Now, fundamentally, I'll just say it. I still like Kit Protocol fundamentally, but this was definitely worst case scenario for the project. So we are seeing them tank in price action here, but again, that is for another video. But essentially, that is what has been the event here in the last couple days. Again, has been the Libra launch, where if you've been holding meme coins, if you've been trading in the trenches, and what I mean is, trading meme coins, obviously at such a low market cap on all these different platforms, you're probably realizing that it's not going that well. And you're seeing a lot of charts look like this, taking increasingly, severe nosedives. It's because the sentiment is terrible. It was already bad. That's the point, is that in this Libra launch made things so much worse. I mean, we're even seeing, again, not that it's directly corresponding to it as far as Bitcoin goes, but it doesn't help. I mean, we just saw Bitcoin. I mean, it wicked down, to about 93K here, which is insane. Obviously, we're back over to 95K. But if we look at the 1 month for Bitcoin, I mean, it's down, 7% here over the 1 month. I mean, it's, the 1 month high is almost, a little over 109,000. And now here we are sitting at, I mean, that was literally an all-time high here. We see on January 19th, and now we're at 95K. Again, we just switched down, by the way, to 93K. So sentiment across the board is definitely not good. Now, because, when we look at Libra, it launched, obviously on Solana here. We're seeing Solana obviously down huge this week. It's down 14%, which, again, for Solana is kind of crushing for Solana. I mean, especially if we go to the 1 month, Solana's down 32%. I mean, that's insane. I mean, it had a pretty good run there. Obviously, when Trump launched, it launched on Solana, so it did get a lot of liquidity and a lot of attention there. But, the trenches, as the saying goes, trenches are cooked right now. I think I'm using that correctly. It's not really in my vocabulary, but, essentially the trenches are, and I would agree, are pretty much done right now. This is not the time to be trading meme coins. I've been saying that for a little bit now. Obviously, that's why we don't. That's why I try not to highlight it here for you guys, because one, you're already playing in the casino, getting into altcoins, and then when you make the risk go that much higher, getting into the trenches here, trading absolute, crap coins, lack of a better term, you're, again, I don't understand what a lot of people are expecting, because a lot of it is insider trading for a lot of these meme coins, or if you're in private groups, or a very, very small amount of people actually do make it out of the trenches and actually make those, profit and loss or P&L, screenshots you see all over Twitter. So again, personally, I think that this was the event we maybe needed to finally just put a nail in the coffin for now, for, meme coins in the trenches, because, another stance I've had, and you guys are pretty aware of this, who've been around the channel, is I am in the group of, I don't think meme coins, are good, for crypto. I mean, we see so many memes here just getting made every single day, if I can spell, every single day. There's thousands of memes being created every single day, and it's sucking up liquidity, and it's, a lot of people are, for the most part, trading and losing money, in the trenches here. So yeah, I mean, when we look at meme coins, it is obviously down aggressively over the last 30 days, over the last couple days here. We're seeing a lot of, meme coins down pretty big. I mean, we're seeing, Pudgy Penguins, Brett, even AI16 is more of an AI coin, Mog, all these coins, meme coins that we thought were, top tier at one point, when we saw, meme coins really go on the run that they did. I mean, even Peanut is obviously, we got to billions. It's at $140 million in market cap right now. I don't even know where Swag is. That was a meme coin on Solana that, yeah, right here, it's at 44 million. And that was, at one point, kind of a solid meme coin, and it's crazy. So, point is, do I think meme coins are done for the cycle? I do expect meme coins to make, a comeback eventually in the cycle. Personally, I'm still, again, this is why I don't cover meme coins, is that I don't personally feel like it's the most responsible thing to do because the risk is so much there, and there's not a whole lot of utility to study behind meme coins. As I've been pretty vocal about that in the past. But because you look at a chart like this, it takes one coverage or one project like this, and you just, again, hard to recover from that. So personally, I'll stick to my utility plays. Again, we cover all utility plays on the channel. You guys still know that I'm bullish on AI, RWA, and gaming. And a lot of people, especially in the comments and views in Twitter, across sentiment, a lot of people have been looking at these meme coins saying that meme coin super cycle, utility is dead. But I think this huge shakeout in this, meme coin, space, we're seeing the trenches get destroyed right now. The sentiment, overall, the market's bad, but also sentiment on meme coins getting destroyed. I do personally think that this is kind of could be that big shift back into utility plays, putting meme coins on the back burner that I think they should be put on, for market's sake. But either way, let me know in the comments below if you guys agree with that. Now, that's kind of the biggest event that's happened here in the last couple days is this whole Libra token. So that's getting you up to space here a little bit. Now, what does this mean? Again, is everything all, bleak? Is there no outlook, nothing to look forward to? Well, not entirely. We do still have a couple, catalysts for liquidity injection into the market as far as, what could be, catalysts and events that could bring money back in. As again, we just saw a lot of traders, a lot of investors lose a lot of money. I mean, again, like over six figures for most of them. Lost it on this recent, launch of the Libra token. But we see here, Miles puts out the fact that FTX, we do have almost like 12 billion in FTX repayments are set to begin this week. So it's estimated that 6 to 7 billion are going back into the hand of crypto investors. So even if a fraction, as he says, and I agree, if even a fraction, re-enters the market, it could provide a boost into the liquidity, in the near future. And I think that would help, sentiment right now. I think a lot of projects could use that. So we'll see. We'll see if a lot of those payouts, if people just immediately extract them and just move on. Maybe they got burnt by FTX. Maybe some people don't even realize that this is going to be happening, or maybe some of that money does, re-enter the space and stays in the market, either for Bitcoin. It's probably going to go to those high caps like Bitcoin, Solana, stuff like that. But again, that's one potential, liquidity injection. Then we have some major airdrops that are coming as well. Obviously, we've covered OpenSea, which could give, pretty decent airdrops, to investors, people actually in the space. And Kaito, I think I'm saying that right, Kaito AI, an AI project, this is where you've been seeing a lot of, people farming the yaps as far as Twitter and engagement, stuff like that. And this is, they're doing their airdrop is another major airdrop that I do think, alongside stuff like OpenSea and the next one we'll be talking about Doodles. I do think this is one of the ones that, we could see this, really bringing a lot of extra money into a lot of these traders. And, where that money goes, who knows? But this is where we're going to be seeing those next couple shifts as far as free money and liquidity just getting injected into these markets. So they already did their first snapshot. They will be taking their next one. I mean, today at the time of recording this video, the 18th here, giving anyone time. So if you were farming Kaito, let me know in the comments below. That would be cool. And, Doodles here, we see Doodles, another kind of similar to OpenSea. Not so much as far as like what they are, but it's an NFT collection here. They announced the Dude token. So we saw Pudgy Penguins here, obviously do an airdrop, and now we're seeing Dude token going to be, airdrop to potential NFT holders. So these are some potential catalysts that are coming up as far as literally just money being pushed and, injected into the markets here. We'll see if this is enough to kind of make a bounce here, or if we just see with stuff like Solana, Bitcoin. I do expect Bitcoin to kind of maybe trade and just hang out and kind of go sideways, a little choppy here in a little bit. But, on top of these different catalysts here that we have coming with FTX, OpenSea, Kaito, Doodles, there is always a speculation that obviously the administration, the Trump administration, maybe they do have that Bitcoin strategic reserve. Maybe they make that announcement. Maybe they make other pro crypto heavy announcements here that, again, could be those major catalysts that they come out of nowhere. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you have to stay in the loop of. But again, do I think the market is over? Do I think we have topped? Not yet to be seen for another 4 years or however long it takes. Honestly, I'm not saying that 4 years is going to stay, that cycle is going to stay forever, but however long it takes, I do think that we do see a lot of altcoins either trade sideways, or maybe there is some room for a little bit more pain and downside in the short term. But as far as a grand, more outer, zoomed out scope for 2025, I do think that, again, personally, I think an altcoin season is still very much so on the table. It's still very much so in the cards for 2025. Now, you just have to look at these times in the markets as potential DCA opportunities if you have any dry powder, on the sidelines. Again, a lot of projects here, and I'm not going to get into too many specific projects as we cover them all the time on the channel. So if you've been around, you guys are well aware of the projects, some of the favorites here that I cover. But, we're seeing so many things down heavily right now. So I think there's a lot of great DCA potential opportunities in the market. But just realize that I fully expect, it could happen that we see Bitcoin along with the overall market just trade sideways, if not a little bit more pain, move to the downside here in the short term. Or again, maybe some of these liquidity injections like FTX and onwards, maybe is going to make a dent, and maybe we do see a little bit more of a bounce, or maybe there is, more pro crypto, bigger announcements out of the administration here in the US or other countries as well. Again, the markets are completely volatile. These updates could, come out of nowhere. And just like Libra here with this kind of like black swan, gray swan kind of event, or black swan event here, essentially, let's just call it what it is, like a scam or rug pull, screwing a lot of people. It could go the other way. We could have something that is a positive, catalyst that could just happen out of nowhere. It seems like those are not obviously as often as these negative events here recently, but it is a shame. But either way, as far as where it's going, if you hold positions that are down heavily, I don't think this is the time to panic sell. I do think you could use these times to maybe reorganize your portfolio. Really, and I'll just say this, if you're holding low cap memes, I think, again, not financial advice. Obviously, you guys do you, but I don't think this is the time to hold low cap meme coins or meme coins generally. That's just my opinion. I think meme coin is, narrative is definitely going to be on the heavy back burner for a while here. But I do think if we stick to the core that we've been sticking to, AI, RWA, and gaming, if you find quality projects that are on a dip here, again, that's where you're going to potentially stack up those projects at these massive, steep discounts. So when the market does flip bullish, if we do go into that altcoin season, if we start seeing, the money rotate here as we've seen in past markets, that's how you're going to set yourself up for success, is getting ahead of that move. But as always, you guys have to do your own research and look at these positions, look at the price action. And if you don't have any money on the side and you're, down heavily, again, my advice, not financial advice, would be either to sit on your hands, stop checking your wallet every 5 minutes, or maybe reorganize, maybe actually start bundling your low conviction plays into those top conviction plays, whatever that looks like for you. Again, you have to make that decision yourself. But either way, guys, that is just what has been going on here in the last couple of days. If you're seeing a lot of negativity on the timeline, sentiment wise, you're seeing the trenches, meme coins get absolutely demolished, Solana down heavily. If you've been hearing a lot about this Libra token or a lot of these insider memes, this is kind of what it's been corresponding to. But again, I give you my stance on where the market could potentially be going. Again, a couple, pros that could be coming here. Now, how much money we know how much money is going to be going in from the FTX repayment, but we'll see what happens with the OpenSea airdrop, the Kaito airdrop, and the Dude token airdrop as well, as these could be those next positive catalysts here in the space. But as always, hopefully the video was valuable. Hopefully that gets you guys a little bit more into the loop here recently. And as always, if you guys got value out of the video, if you guys could like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.